It's March. It's been so warm I was walking around in flip-flops on one day and then dealing with snow on the next. Allergies are in full swing and my body has not acclimated to the infernal time change. I really just want to hibernate until April begins, but there's work to be done, so I remain awake. How do I cut through the I just want to go to sleep haze? Coffee. Its addition to my psyche does strange things to my already strange mind. These are some random TTRPG thoughts. Let's roll it. Mornings. Taking a cue from people like Professor Dungeon Master, when I had multiple people drop out of my Numenera session last week, I held the session anyway. The 2 players who were able to come used the Cypher character builder to make some characters quick, and I led them on my chaos adventure. I first created that adventure as a fun experiment, but it's become one of the most fun things I run. There's just something freeing about having no plan and inviting people at the table to help make the meaning as the adventure unfolds. My favorite point of play is, in fact, when we finish the rolls for the day and the party spends the night at a waypoint, well, I get to ask them, what do you do? And because it's all being made up on the fly, the players just go nuts. One day, I'd like to run an entire campaign like this, adding the NPCs and the locations and the outcomes and the consequences of previous sessions to the tables as we go. Not only would it be low stress for me, it would be a ton of fun. Over the last week, I've had a couple of folks reach out to see if I'd like to review their games, which I always find gratifying. I have worked hard to make this a channel that gives honest reviews that folks find valuable. So when a creator notices that, it means something to me. It's humbling, as well as a responsibility to the hobby that I take seriously, which is why it takes me forever to get a review done sometimes. This year's Ecclesicon auction includes donations from Monty Cook Games, Exalted Funeral, the Arcane Library, TR Nickel, and Catalyst Games. And yesterday I received a copy of Dreadful Doomscapes for EZD6 from the wonderful DM Scotty. And I have not even mentioned the donations from folks have made from their personal libraries yet. If you want a chance to bid on this and raise some money for a couple of worthy causes, make sure to get your badges for Ecclesicon, May 1st and 2nd in Palmyra, New Jersey. It's a bit of a shock to me, but ramble streams with my friend Dave Ward of Grimwood Games have become some of my favorite things to do for the channel. First, they're low stress because we're literally just rambling or working on a project in real time. And then second, because folks hop into chat and we tend to have a great time. And sometimes that's just exactly what I need. So last week I finished up a draft for the script which became my exploring character arcs with K-pop demon hunters, and I dropped it on my Discord for a review. See, I'd started writing that article as back as December, January, and I walked away because I wasn't sure how to close it out. But then I picked it up again in March because I thought there were some decent ideas in it that were worth sharing. The end result showed its herky-jerky process, though, and the folks on the Discord helped me shape it into something much more coherent. Now, I bring this up for a couple of reasons. First, it is gratifying that there's a community on the server that can be trusted to look at a mess like the one I dropped and offer constructive criticism. That's really freeing. Second, their reception helped me get over a bit of my imposter syndrome and has encouraged me to finish some of the other semi-abandoned articles that I've got in my archive. Thanks, folks. If folks thought this regime thinks anything through, then the debacle in Iran should take those blinders off. We didn't consult with allies. We didn't listen to any advice which pointed out possible consequences to our actions, and we got caught with our pants down when Iran said, well, I guess the Strait of Hormuz doesn't need to be open then. Oil prices are skyrocketing, which is going to make every price skyrocket. Our allies are pissed and are blowing off Trump's call to have other nations send ships to open up the shipping lanes. The Iranian regime is still very much in charge, which is making Trump look weak. Russia's had sanctions on their oil exports temporarily lifted to help offset the supply chain drying up, even as they are sharing intelligence which has gotten American service people killed. In response, the frat boy posing as the Secretary of Defense has raised a defiant voice to say, "The Strait of Hormuz is open. It's only closed because the Iranians are attacking ships." Yeah, no kidding there, Pete. We chose to start a war with a country, and you're shocked they responded by choking off a strategic shipping lane as leverage to put pressure on us to stop. It's almost like you're unqualified or something. And no, the Iranian regime is not great. They suck. Their treatment of both dissent and of women is atrocious. And we're heading in that direction in the name of being big and tough here at home. Oh, and because this war is so stupid and unpopular, the Orange wants to start things up with Cuba now. So, yeah, Orange Man, bad. In a little over a year since he's come back to power, we are less respected, we are less safe, we are poorer, and we are more fragmented. If that's winning, I'd like to lose, please. Well, I'm well into my read through of Coriolis the Great Dark, and I am loving it. Two of the things that prevented me from reviewing its predecessor, Coriolis the Third Horizon, were the sheer scope of the setting and the layout of the book. I've said this before in Random Thoughts, but while the Third Horizon is an amazing setting, it felt too dense for me to digest. I wasn't just sure how to adventure in it, or where were the cracks I could fit into. Also, while Coriolis the Third Horizon is a beautiful book, the interior design made it difficult to read. So it was great to look at. It didn't function well as a book. There was just a lot of reverse contrast text and skeuomorphic elements which make the book feel inaccessible to me. The Great Dark, in contrast, is a lot easier on the eyes and the setting is much easier to digest. I'm enjoying this book, and the one session where I played the game, it was a ton of fun. So look for this review soon. My friend Justin decided to share the story of how he gets sucked into this hobby on my Discord this week. And since I'm the one who helped drag him into this mess, I pop up a lot, and that's actually pretty cool. See, I'm a person of faith and a pastor, and one of the things my faith leads me to do is live in a way that makes folks' lives better because they know me. Now, I don't always succeed, but that's what I strive for. Seeing how helping my friend take the plunge into this hobby has made his life just a little bit better was gratifying. Because it's nice to be reminded that being kind isn't futile. When the world's spiraling, that's a reminder I think we all need. And no, for folks who might be wondering, this is not about me eventually going, no, I'll get you to come to church. I don't cheapen friendship that way. Justin shouts out all the other kind people on the server who have nothing to do with my faith, my religion, or my church. They're just there to be kind. And I'm really grateful that we could all come together. I would like to file a complaint to the TTRPG community. Stop being so creative and awesome. I mean, not really, but there are so many cool games coming out and designers whose work I value, and my funds are limited. I don't like having to choose between folks I want to support, darn it, so just stop. Don't stop, but I'm going to feel bad about it. I'm going to be getting a new set soon. I'll be moving my desk and my walking treadmill to my house so I get to walking again, a little bit of exercise, which means I'll have a setup I won't need to break down every time we have guests over. I'm actually really excited about this. Now I need to figure out how to dress the set and make it fun. I'm not a good decorator. On March 25th, we'll have our next stream of the DM Tales TTRPG Book Club, where we'll be discussing the last 3 chapters of Daggerheart. If you'd like to be part of the behind-the-scenes discussion, have a hand in choosing our next book, and the possibility, that is not a promise, it is a possibility, of being part of the online panel some month, all you need to do is become a DM Tales Coffee contributor. This gives you access to my Discord server, which is where the book club forum is hosted. Thanks, folks, for being part of making this channel a whole lot of fun. As I kind of already mentioned, I'm deep in Coriolis the Great Dark, and I love it. After that, here's my current backlog best as I can remember it. The setting books for Dolmenwood and Land of Ym are in there. TMNT and Other Strangeness, gotta get to that. Rifts for Stranger World is just sitting there over my shoulder mocking me. And the Cosmere RPG, not to mention Redacted, is also there. And I'm probably going to do that actually after I get done Coriolis. I also just got a couple of books in the mail from John Harford from Fox and Board Games. And I'll be taking a look at Shadow West, a Weird West Shadow Dark hack, and Trash Sexy, a rowdy raccoon role-playing game. These sound really interesting. Do you know, when I started out this channel, I was afraid that I'd run out of games to talk about, or at the very least run out of the means to acquire games that I talk about. Yeah, that was wonderfully naive. As always, I'm looking forward to bringing all of this stuff to you. And until we see each other again, folks, happy playing, everyone.